Hello everyone, Murray the Pie Man here for some more Star Trek Online. Hopefully my voice isn't being drowned out by everything setting levels when you're not able to look at the opposite screen is difficult because I've only got one screen here. So for those who came in late, we are Drakhara, or Riemann, and we have now, after some mucking about with Solony dice and spheres, we have ended up in the Delta Quadrant. We have teamed up with some Voyager alumni, and there's the race called the not the Voth, the I can't remember their name now, but they were in the episode Dragon's Teeth. I'll remember it at some point. They've been causing problems in the Delta Quadrant. Now, between each mission, you get this kind of little patrol. It's one of the sort of little system patrols that you kind of put in. So what I'm doing, as always, is playing the system patrols. But yes, we've Vadwar. That's the name of them. So what we've done is we've met some Voyager people, done some little missions for them, and we've discovered the Vadwar are causing trouble. And so at the moment we're doing this patrol, and then we will carry on with the story. So this is the Aftermath patrol, and the upshot of these is I can't remember what these patrols are. What happened here, Captain?
Hostiles dropped out of war but attacked without warning. Their ships were fast and powerful, far beyond our capabilities. They disabled us and left shortly thereafter. Curiously, one of them communicated to us. He said scavengers would come to pick apart our ships. As we are defenseless, that was an unsettling statement. Can you help us?
We'll do what we can, Captain. I'll number Remus out.
This is Cooperative Cube 1138. We are here to help.
Wonder if that's a THX 1138 reference. But we've started launching our fighters. It's actually not a cube anymore because they redid things, so it's now this assimilator from. God, my memory is not good tonight. Star Trek Armada. So yeah, basically we've got to go and aid the ships at each navigation, and it says defend against further attacks. I trust you're working out that we will be attacked. So Tova and Kev's come up saying the ship's warp core is close to breach and explosion is imminent. I'm not sure we can beam all the crew on time. So I've said divert power from shields to the transporters, grab all that you can. So we're beaming survivors. We're able to get the entire crew, but now a hold of...
Where we left them, but they have friends. Kill them.
It's the Voth coming in here, not the Vadwar. I'm going to check my sound levels just quickly. Yeah, that should be fine. I hope that wasn't too interrupting. On the other hand, this is where you can't hear anything from the other side. Oh, they got all my fighters. See, sometimes I don't know if this is one where they sometimes bring in different things or if it's always the Voth. I think it was always the Voth now to think about it. But we are getting a bit of a work out of this new ship. So, now we've got to go and aid the next ship. The upshot of these is they're short. Like I said, they're little one and dones. Could have gone to either. In fact, probably should go to beta first. Let's keep my Greek alphabet in order. Also, I don't know if that cube actually will only follow us to the correct locations. So...
Thank you for coming. Our situation is quite dire. Life support is failing ship-wide, and so is artificial gravity. We're unable to conduct repairs at this time. Can you provide assistance?
Let's get your life support fixed. With that done, your crew should be able to handle everything else. So we repair their life support with our glowy nose beam.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
Clean up this technical trash.
struggling. The downside of being the first there is you do tend to get the focus of their ire. Which does usually lead to that. Where's the frigate? There she is. Because again, with the Voth, it's usually worthwhile doing the minimising guns policy. Well, we just got my shields down. I'm calling some help. Hopefully, I can keep my. Usually, there's one of them doing repair work. Why is that frigate not there? Right. Actually, the bulwark's taking more damage. Should normally go for the bastion there. That was a repair ship? No. As always with the Voth, you have to keep an eye out for the repair ships. At least it's just a block of frigates. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it should give us slightly less issues. He says as his shields start. Oh no. They just seem to like taking out my fighters. Ah, there's a cruiser. And there was a repair ship. So I could definitely do with shoring up the shielding in this thing a bit to make it a bit more survivable. Should have gone to Gamma, really, I suppose. Oh, no, you don't. I see you. They're down with sensors. You know, downside of these are they are just combat. You know, there's not much else to them. Right, off to Nav Gamma. Should remember to take items. It's the downside of being used to having higher level tunes is that you forget that you should still collect stuff now and again when you're lower level people. It's not always useful, but I could wait for the Borg ship, but you know, Still waiting for that thing to turn round. It's getting further away actually. Hopefully it'll catch up. So Satra's coming saying the ship's been inundated with radiogenic particles, possibly from passing too close to a dark matter cluster. It's overcharging the warp core and irradiating the Q. So we're going to modify a probe to generate a dampening field. We'll evacuate what was a gap in the radiogenic phase variant. So we're in Voyager territory now with this technobabble. Likewise, it's the descent ships they're using now. Again, it used to just be cubes. We'll rescue the survivors. Took longer than I thought, but we got them all off in time.
The Borg had found some assistance. How quaint.
Why am I wasn't wanting to target the bulwark. I'm trying to minimise the firepower at me at the moment. Oh dear, just ran into the... See how much easier it is when they're focusing their fire on the Borg ship. Some of them have noticed me. Who I wanted to go for next. Again, the bulwark's actually taken more damage, so it's probably the safer ship to go for. No, I'm just going to set into attack. This defend me thing's not really been working out. That worked out worse. Right, let's see. You know, I suppose at least my ships are acting as kind of decoys. They're not getting to do much, but they are soaking up fire on occasion. Handy one of my quantum abilities, things I keep forgetting I've got. See, wait, it's hanging around there. I maybe missed a repair ship, or I didn't. Right, Tova and Kev's caught saying rescue ships arrived who can transport the survivors directly to them.
Thank you for your timely assistance. The Cooperative appreciates your efforts. We can take charge of those you have rescued and transport them to friendly territory.
Acknowledged, we'll rendezvous for transport. Although I don't know why this assimilator Borg ship can't do that, but fair enough. Not ask, you know. I'm doing you a favour, but I suppose we should just work with you around you. But
Tracking a large force incoming. Preparing defense stations.
so yeah, more of the same. You actually pick up a habit in some of the later ones of these things, where you sort of get a rush at the end where the fire waves at you. I don't think this one does it, but I stand to be corrected. taking a bit of damage. Let's do quantum absorption thing again. Buys you some time if nothing else. I can explode slightly later. I'm bringing my support ship. It's something you can do sometimes. They've nerfed it a little. But yeah, basically, it's one of the advantages of higher rank is you can basically call in a support ship to fight alongside you. It takes a bit of time to come up, is the problem, so sometimes, and you've got to be fairly low hull to call it in. And so that can sometimes lead to you hitting the button, summoning it, but it doesn't appear in time, and you end up not being able to call it, but it is quite handy when you're in over your head. It is worth remembering you can do that. Like I say, the cooldown for it is currently 15 minutes, so, you know. I think that's
Have our thanks. Were it not for you and your crew, none of us would have survived.
Let me hear if you hear any rumours of any Voth Advancer attacks. So again, we'll get some free marks, some dilithium. And now we're going to get onto the story proper. We've left all our fighters behind, as if we're not bad enough throwing them into the path of danger, but there we go. Now we just wait for our contact to contact us.
Are you familiar with Voyager's emergency medical hologram? He's quite unique, even for an old DMH Mark I. Now he holds rank in Starfleet in his own right. We've received a message that the Doctor requires assistance to deal with the medical situation on an Ocampa freighter in the Shenda system. He is currently en route in one of Voyager's shuttles. Normally I would send a medical vessel, but we have seen a spike in Vadwar attacks, and I want to make sure he has all the resources he will need. Could you go to the Shenda system and assist the Doctor?
Yep, absolutely. So, that's our next goal, is the Shenda system. And I will hit our transport just to get us there quite quickly. Probably jump cut. Right, so we'll begin the mission. So Tove and Kev saying, we've arrived in the Shenda system, Captain. The distress signal is coming from the transport dead ahead, but we received no response to our hails. I'll keep trying, but perhaps our guest knows more. The emergency medical hologram known as the Doctor is in a nearby shuttle awaiting our hail, so we've got to go to their shuttle. Incidentally, I remember on couple of machine before I'd upgraded it, and then before I got this new rig, a lot of the stuff, that nebula, a lot of the sets in this used to really punish my machine, and I don't remember why. So we're going to go and talk to the Doctor first. He's in a shuttle. You might have guessed that I know there's something coming, so
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does.
nice to meet you too, Doctor.
We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paranesti measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager.
Okay, prepare for transport. So,
Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
oh, it's napping off as well. Let's scan the ship. Nope. Well, something's kicked off. Vadwar ships are inbound. So, we've got some Vadwar coming in. Now, you might have noticed when fighting the Voth, this little thing, this is an Endeavour system. It's across all your characters, basically. It builds up to kind of advantages, you know, buffs your stats a little. And the idea was it was meant to give people a reason to come on and to try and do things. Does it work? A little. Well, I've not done an easy one, but there you go, because that's... Also, I was looking if there's something there, I might try it, but I don't go out of my way. Obviously, this has come through in other characters. It doesn't come up in early game, I think. Can't remember what level it switches on. So a little bit more pew pew. More ships inbound. Oh. Let's go for the cruiser first. The assault cruisers are the ones I'm always on the lookout for, because they can be a right pain. I think I've said that before. I've got a cluster torpedo. Your main problem with the Vadwar is the ships are quite sturdy, but their bigger problem is their speed. They do tend to get out of your range, or you might find yourself missing a lot. Even their cruisers. I was saying that. And this attack's an absolute doozy. That. With the Vadwar, it's sometimes not always, because again, the assault vessels are fairly easy to take out. So, my usual reducing the number of guns firing at you isn't always the best policy, because the interdictors could be a right pain, and the assault cruisers can definitely cause you a lot of trouble. Downside is I do like the mine torpedoes, but they're really useless in some of the Vadwar because they do outrun the mines frequently.
Hold your fire. I am Gorg, leader of the Vadwar.
Okay, holding my fire. Guess we've got to get closer to them. It's very hard to tell. I am wanting to heal Gull, but maybe it's... he's out. Yeah, down there. Wasn't clear. These sort of things I should mark out.
Greetings. I am Gorg, leader of the Vadwar Supremacy.
Don't like the fact they're called a supremacy.
I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized.
I am Admiral Drakhara of the RRW in Umbra Remus.
I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face?
Yeah, but I found such talks are better on neutral grounds.
That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
I might know a place. I'll be back with you in a moment. Oh no. They're gonna call Nelix.
Oh,
What a wonderful surprise. Is there anything I can do for you?
Hi, Nelix. We need a neutral place for diplomatic negotiation with the Vadwar, and I was wondering if you could help.
Diplomatic negotiations? I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Entaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
That asteroid base sounds perfect, but your diplomatic assistance is, however, no need to trouble yourself. I think he's going to trouble himself.
Find a suitable location for our meeting.
There's an asteroid base in the Entaba system that the Talaxians have been using.
Talaxians? Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. This site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
Coordinates sent, we'll talk there.
I'm contacting the closest medical ship. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gaul.
Ah, excellent idea, Doctor. So we're setting course for the Entaba system. So, Tolenkev said we've already arrived, Gaul's ship's already here, and he's transported down to the base.
Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vadwar have no shame. I don't trust Gaul. He betrayed us on Vadwar Prime, he'll do it again.
Ah, so he is a character from the episode. It's been a good while since I've seen Dragon's Teeth. Not a bad episode.
It's good to see you again so
Oh.
soon.
I did say you don't have to make
might
a
a
trouble.
suggestion,
Okay.
I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gaul brought 4 aides. You'll have the Doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gaul seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important. Are you ready to beam down?
You know, you could also not. No. Okay, fine.
It's so good to see. Doctor, it's been 30 years. You
Yeah.
haven't aged a day.
He's trying to avoid you.
Yes, it's good to see you too, Nelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vadwar a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Nelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vadwar here. But I suppose it is important that
Oh.
you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting. And my brilliant research was able to prove conclusively. Thus I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Oh, wow. Brax and I
God,
agreed
he's
to never
going
mention
on.
the incident again.
It's not like
at
we're doing
least
anything
not the
important. Jesus.
Neelix, the Vadwar have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later.
Oh, finally. I just finished playing Candy Crush on my iPad or whatever I was doing there.
Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here?
Yeah, he was annoying.
He's the one that has been serving the Vadwar their fabulous appetizers.
Dear God, it's a
Full bellies
diplomatic
make for
incident.
Good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gaul is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gaul is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
Thank you, Nelix. Let's go speak with Gaul. Right, so we have to... You know, again, it makes a good sense not to design a new map. They've retweaked this one a bit, you know, they've emptied all the stuff out, so they did some changes to it, but, you know, ultimately it's roughly the same assets. Was it this one that was the conference room? I think it was, yep, there he is. So there's Gaul. Oop. Doctor and Neelix just bouncing into the shot.
Ah, at last.
I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue.
Did anyone tell you you've got a villainous voice? Oh, okay, time to settle our differences.
As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Cabali, and with you, giving your alliance's support for them.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if he was a nice guy and he's not obviously going to turn on us, but he had a villain voice the whole time? I'd do that. Yeah, let's try to find an accord that benefits us both.
Do you know why we fight the Cabali? Their world was once a Vadwar colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Cabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them.
They won't return the remaining tubes?
The Cabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well?
There must be a way we can end this peacefully. The war will scar the quadrant for decades to come.
There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them?
No.
No. We will not.
But you've got to understand, when they resequenced this, they put the Cabali missions later, so we've not actually come to them yet. Which is, you know, a bit... You know, that's coming there, so you're jumping ahead of the plot goal. But destroying the Cabali isn't right. There are greater threats in the galaxy we have to face.
Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Cabali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the quadrant.
I'm not here or authorized to start a war with the Cabali.
Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vadwar. You need to understand.
What do you mean? Oh, a cutscene.
The Vadwar have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities?
Blimey, he's off
the
on one.
massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
No, Nelix was right there.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
Makes me angry.
No, it makes me sad. For Jolex. And for you.
Not well acted by Ethan Phillips.
Then we are not done.
Uh-oh. Well, guess we better save the Talaxians again. Still haven't killed Nelix. So we're getting a fuzzy message. Vadwar fleet is opening fire on the Talaxian ships. We sent distress signals. We do what we can to protect the Talaxians, but we can't hold out against as many ships. What happened? Well, that's horrible. Do you think God had any intention of negotiating, or is this an act? We're giving the Talaxians all the time we can do to escape, but it's not looking good here, sir. Some of the Vadwar have already broken off to pursue them. So, I'm going to ask for are there any Talaxians alive in the base. So he said scans are showing 2 large groups in the storage room and logistics area. They have the doors blocked, but there are Vadwar trying to get at both. Doesn't look good. You'll only have time to rescue one group. This will not have any effect on the story. Fight on behalf of the Romulan people. I shall see you soon. Up.
Time only to save one group? I do not envy your choice.
Well.
I would go with you, but I cannot leave Nelix alone. And time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
Very well. Make sure to get Nelix.
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vadwar kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
Stay close and I'll ensure your safety. Yeah, it's okay. I don't have to worry about choosing who, because I don't know these people, so, you know, it's sadly just a thing. Oh, well. get these support drones. Like I say, it's kind of, I don't know why they switched to more drones with the Vadwar. I don't know if it was maybe that there's meant to be, I suppose maybe someone thought they are meant to be endangered. You know, there's not many of them. Not that. Yes, that is the door. Oh, I've not defeated all the Vadwar in the room. Yeah. And so I suppose the idea of you killing your standard several hundred of them that we do in most missions doesn't really make sense.
How do we choose who to save?
We go to the nearest door. If we'd known these people, Doctor, this would have emotional impact, but we do not, so as a result, it's very hard to get worked up in the story. You know, obviously people dying is always bad, but to try and make it out like it's a choice when, you know, it's not like save Blixo or Doxo and you won't see one of them again. This is...
We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here.
Right, stay here.
What about the people in the storage room?
Well, you said we only had time to save one, but so... Oh, there's more. Oh no, I know where they are. That's fine. Guess we've got to check the storage room now. Well, this door is already open, so... So, we can deal with these drones.
We should check to see if any of the Talaxians survived.
Okay.
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Nelix. I'm sorry.
So, well...
Then we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
Yep, okay, that's the next step. Open the blast door. I thought I'd be using that console, but clearly not. Watch the tech soldiers as well when you're at these. Again, I'm always pointing out I'm not giving you too much play advice, but the tech soldiers are particularly squirrely as to what they can do. Shield drones as well, and the support drones, because sometimes they'll shield something and you might as well just not be firing at them, because... Right. Oop. Again, I keep forgetting to pick things up, but blue quality. Oh. What's my inventory full of? Nonsense. There. Kev, working! Another big crowd of them. Well, that's...
I've sent a signal to the remaining Talaxians to join us here as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, here they come.
More Vadwar on the way! Defend the shuttle!
So we've just got to defeat 3 waves of Vadwar here. And then probably do some space battling.
More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried.
Could still be worried. Make me feel better. yeah, again.
A large number of Vadwar are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
Oh no, Nelix is stuck all the way out there. Whatever shall we do?
The Betrey are here to assist. After this, our debt to you is repaid.
Well, that's handy.
That's timely.
Yeah,
Here
that's
come
what
the
I said. Oh. Come the drums, here come the drums. Down, 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 down. So. I reckon I could have taken them.
The Vadwar have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue.
Okay.
Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt.
Fine.
Our ships are currently engaging the Vadwar fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
Appreciate the help. So, yep, we're ready to transport, so we'll leave the base.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vadwar means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Betrey. I am not.
You're the one who did this, not me.
This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
I mean, I still like the idea of if he was a good guy. And we will be incredibly... You know, it almost sounds sinister because he's got the villain voice. But we did everything to make peace with you, girl. You're the one who destroyed it. Up. Yeah. Right. So, basically, got to do some obligatory space combat. Yeah, what you might have noticed is I've got my ships on this option where they'll intercept things coming in, which is quite good for a lot of the tri-cobalt stuff the Vadwar like using. Again, not the place for advice, but it is just handy stuff to know if you happen to have fighters. Also, try not to get too close to tri-cobalt stuff when it goes off, even if it's yours, it can also damage you. So yeah, the intercept basically means they'll attack other ships, but they'll intercept any incoming projectiles, which can be quite handy. Things like Romulans. There are quite a few interdictors in. Not even seen the biggest Vadwar one yet. There's a big cruiser that sometimes appears. Right, pink generates assault vessels. Yeah, they could do that kind of Tokyo drift there.
Voyager is here. We will not allow the Borg to escape.
Oh, better late than never, Tuvok. There is an upgrade you can get to these Scorpion fighters through the Romulan kind of reputation thing. Oh, I think some more appeared. Yep. There's the biggie and a heavy artillery vessel. No, I'm going to catch that interdictor first. Just because it's here. That constriction anchor is about to get very heavily mined. I think that was some lag there. Right, assault cruiser first, because for all the heavy artillery vessels bigger and generates assault vessels, the assault cruiser is the one that will give you. It's got the cluster torpedo. That's not the cluster, it's just like the tricobalt cluster, and that can be a right pain. That's a ship killer. Where's the heavier? Oh yeah, the heavy artillery vessel also cloaks from time to time. Or has it exploded already? No, they're all shooting at something. Maybe they got it. You'll get a close look at the heavy artillery vessel if we've missed it, because they rock up again. Yep, they must have taken care of it. Well, that was kind of them.
You came to our aid when the Vadwar attacked our home world. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
Well, thanks for your assistance. Perhaps we can be allies someday.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We've done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous.
Ethan Phillips really was too good for that role. I'm so sorry, Nelix.
I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vadwar come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vadwar could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be.
Nelix, I promise Gaul will face justice for what he's done.
With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talax. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
Bye, Nelix.
I've been in contact with the USS Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vadwar to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gaul wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then he used a massacre to set his stage.
Robert Picardo's just good. I mean, you know.
And unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, Doctor.
Gaul has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in...
Jerry Ryan showing up any minute now?
Nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vadwar. Now the war will continue.
What's going on with
I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
Well, we had to try, Admiral. What's going on with that race that you mentioned? Because we've had no experience of that.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gaul will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Permission granted. Farewell, Doctor. It's been an honor. So, Tom and Kev saying the Talaxian base is safe for now. Surviving Talaxians are making their way to New Daleks. Shall we depart? Yeah. We just got to wait for our contact to... So, Mina's come in, but she's not voiced for this one. She says, Gaul's actions were unconscionable. A senseless slaughter simply to make a point, and he wanted your sympathy? It's clear from your reports he had no intention of making peace, and that he would have twisted anything to make his own agenda. He is a warmonger, one that must be stopped. Peace with the Vadwar will not be attained through Gaul, but we'll keep looking for another way. Perhaps there's someone else out there who'll be more reasonable. And now we just got to wait for her to come up with the next mission. Oh no, it's Van Ziel, sorry. So, this is Know Your Enemies is going to be the next mission. The little patrol. The Vadwar have increased their efforts to control the Delta Quadrant. We're going to have to work fast if we want to keep them in check. We mark several systems that have had particularly high activities of late. We'll need you to patrol these and give aid to whomever you find. Hopefully you can gain more allies and finding out what the Vadwar are planning. Oh, now, this is interesting because this time round, if we look at the map, there's two, in fact 3. So the next episode will actually probably be all 3 of these patrols rather than an episode, because yeah, they'll take up quite a bit of time. So it's actually probably better to just do those, and then the episode will go on its own. Just having a quick look, I did flash this up before. But yes, we've got... well, we've had Revelations, so yes, we'll have Know Your Enemies, and then we're going on to the... So in fact, it's going to be quite a while before the story properly moves in, because we've then got the Cabali, which is a big ground sort of arena event thing. It's actually quite interesting into what they turned it into after a while, but yeah, that's all to look forward to. But I hope you enjoyed watching that. As always, if you want to talk to me, I'm at Pieman70 on Blue Sky, and on same, but if you put it Mr.Dun.social at Mastodon, although I don't check Mastodon as much these days. I just comment under this video because it's on YouTube, and that's what the comments are for. I've got lots of other stuff on. There's Wing Commander, there's a few other things. Again, one of the videos that's up now is Dropship, where I'm experimenting with doing some stuff on the PlayStation 2, and might hopefully be part of a series. But yes, I know there's tons more Star Trek Online, like all the Star Trek Online up until this point. So hopefully you can find something there to enjoy. But if not, you can come back and join me next week, where I'm going to do these 3 patrols. Was it Unity, Gone Dark, and Showdown. I don't know in what order I'll do them, probably how they appear there, or maybe I'll feel fruity and start at the bottom and work my way up so that I can then go straight to the Cabali system, which I know is the next mission. Who knows? Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. I hope you all had fun, and I'll hope to talk to you the next time, but until then, bye for now.